Good evening and welcome to News 20 at 5. I'm Jessica Boyer.
And I'm Cara Bailey. Florida A&M University mourns the loss of a Rattler. Gunshots rang out this weekend at the corner of Gamble and Perry Street, according to the Tallahassee Police Department. 20-year-old Florida A&M University student Quentin Langford was shot and killed as a result. A second victim, Landley Ellison, remains in critical condition. The two victims were shot at a party. TPD is asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 850-574-TIPS.
The polls are now open. Early voting started today in Florida. Polls open at 7 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. daily. You will need to have a valid form of identification to vote. More than 5 million people nationwide have already voted, according to CNN officials. Early voting polls place Hillary Clinton ahead of Donald Trump. According to official reports, more Democrats than Republicans have voted early.
Donald Trump will visit Tallahassee. Trump will speak at the Tallahassee Automobile Museum on Tuesday, October 25th. Also, Mike Pence will be attending. This is Trump's first visit as a presidential candidate. Both have toured 2 weeks ahead of the November election. Trump made other visits to Panama City and Valdosta. Former President Bill Clinton, Chelsea Clinton, as well as vice presidential candidate Tim Kaine have also visited Tallahassee. Two occupants of a tractor trailer in Suwannee County, Florida, were hospitalized Saturday morning. Officials say a van was rear-ended on US 129, causing it to collide with a tractor trailer. Both occupants of the vehicle were airlifted to UF Health in Gainesville. The crash is still being investigated.
Drug awareness is at the forefront of this week's curriculum in Leon County schools. Multimedia journalist Cara Bailey has more about this year's Red Ribbon Week.
Schools in Leon County observe Red Ribbon Week from October 21st to October 31st. The program is part of a national drug use prevention campaign. More than 70 schools received official certification, 57 of them in Florida. Leon County Schools Divisional Director Alan Cox shares what he hopes it will accomplish.
You can get kids involved in something, 80% of them will carry it to adulthood. Now that something could be bad, like tobacco use, and they were very successful at that. So what we've learned is if we can do prevention education at an early age, then maybe 80% of those will carry that to adulthood.
DeSoto Trail Elementary School received Red Ribbon certification in 2014, followed by Godby High School in 2015.
Now, according to the Department of Children and Families, Florida Youth Substance Abuse Survey of more than 11,000 students, 13.2% report using marijuana and 6.6% report using alcohol either before or during school activities.
Here's what one neighborhood student learned about tobacco use from the program last year.
I would tell you to not really use it because it can damage your lungs, and you need to keep yourself healthy as you're a kid so that when you're grown up, you're healthy too.
More than 90% of adults with substance use disorders began using before age 18. For News 20 at 5, I'm Cara Bailey.
Red Ribbon Week also incorporates safety education in conjunction with National Bullying Awareness Month. A man was found dead in a stolen car at Jacksonville Beach on Sunday. The car was found in a parking lot near the corner of 14th Street South and 1st Street South. The man has not been identified. Authorities continue to search for clues surrounding his death.
A better living wage for farm workers may be the solution to stopping labor trafficking in the state of Florida. Robin Thompson with the Survive and Thrive Advocacy Center says that labor trafficking of any kind is forced labor. Concerned citizens, community leaders, and the Tallahassee Police Department started an aggressive campaign 2 years ago to stop the gun violence in the city, and they called it Operation Safe Neighborhoods. After 2 summers of Operation Safe Neighborhoods, E.W. Massey says that more needs to be done.
20 million watts of electricity is what it takes to power just one magnet at the National High Magnetic Field Laboratory in Tallahassee. 20 million watts is about 10% of the electricity needed to power the whole city of Tallahassee. New science discoveries will soon allow superconductivity magnets to operate at under 1 million watts of power. This can mean a little less stress on taxpayers. The National Mag Lab offers monthly tours on the third Wednesday of every month at 11 a.m. October 25th at 6 p.m. is the Freeze and Fright Night at the Mag Lab for Halloween. City commissioners approved the real estate management proposal to bid and sell property here in Tallahassee. Multimedia journalist Tiana Jones gives us the details.
The city commissioners approved the marketing of .87 acres on Macomb Street for sale through competitive bid solicitation. The lot is vacant and located on the west side of Macomb Street between Carolina and Virginia Street. There has not been a final decision of what will be built there, but Alexis McMillan, economy drugstore manager, believes a clinic will go great in that space.
Just as another organization had been offered the opportunity to build a clinic, there's the possibility that maybe the local neighborhood medical center might be able to be offered that property to put their clinic there so that they would have a larger building and be in that area.
This lot once stood the Red Bird Club and Cafe Deluxe, having been there for over 30 years. Some businesses in Frenchtown believe a new establishment in that space can be a positive thing.
A plus for us as a pharmacy, we would look forward to being able to help those patients who are in need of not only their own information, but something that they could get from our pharmacy.
As part of the proposed sale, the city of Tallahassee would retain an easement for existing electrical facilities. The next city commission meeting will vote on a proposed use of this property. This lot on the corner of Macomb and Virginia Street is on the market for $750,000. With FAMU TV 20, I'm Tiana Jones.
If an acceptable bid is not received, the property may be listed for sale with local realtors. Now we go to Shay Simon with our live news. Shay?
Thanks, Jessica. Firefighters responded to a call at a home on High Road this weekend. According to the Tallahassee Fire Department, the fire was started by an unsupervised burning candle. All occupants were accounted for and no injuries were reported. Damages are expected to be around $100,000. Live in the studio, I'm Shay Simon. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Shay. Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum recently issued a proclamation commemorating the accomplishments of the blind. In the proclamation, Gillum encourages employers to seek to hire the blind. Some of the jobs that the blind are doing around the world are amazing. For instance, Tallahassee's Dave Bigany made history in 2005 by becoming the first totally blind person to complete an Ironman triathlon. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays' Enrique the Volcano Ulio was born blind, and he's a sports broadcaster.
Now let's take a look at our weather for this weekend. Tuesday and Wednesday have highs of 84 and 55. Wednesday has a high of 82 and 52. Now moving on towards the end of this week, there is a 10% chance of rain, so I would suggest bringing an umbrella and something to keep warm with. We have a high of 84 and low of 58 for Thursday. Now Friday and Saturday, we're going to have a high of 88 and a low of 56 and a high of 89 and 58. Great weather for going outdoors. Well, that wraps up your weather. This is Giselle Thomas. Back to you at the desk.
Welcome on back. I'm Ashley Jackson with your sports. What's football season without the kicker? At McClay High School, she not only plays soccer, but she plays football too. Kicking extra points into the end zone, first-time All-Big Bend girls soccer player Juliana Hucan plays for McClay's varsity football team. She's a junior and plays as a place kicker. Now she earned all Big Bend honors playing midfield for the girls soccer team. Rickards High also had a female field goal kicker in the early 1990s. The Florida A&M football team have won back-to-back games by dropping Hampton for their big homecoming win this past Saturday. Now, the biggest turnout since 2010 with over 26,000 homecoming fans in Bragg Stadium. Now, redshirt freshman quarterback Ryan Stanley was turnover-free, threw for 212 yards, and had 2 great touchdowns, allowing them to outscore the Pirates 24-7 in the second half to take away the game. FAMU improved to 3-2 in conference play and now are 3-5 overall. Now next, the Rattlers face the #1 team in the MEAC, North Carolina A&T. Going up the tracks, Florida State moved up one spot in the AP college football poll, currently standing at number 12, but coming in first is the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Taking second are the Michigan Wolverines, and the Seminoles will take on the Clemson Tigers this Saturday in Doak Campbell Stadium, who currently stand at number 3. Following behind, you have Washington and Louisville ranking in the bottom half of the top 5.